guest doctors with us today, Dr. Nito Fruto and Dr. Austria.
We wanted to ask you your thoughts about what happened to Riggs. Yung thalassemia niya, yung cyst niya na nawala. She's talking about a lot of things.
Riggs is a walking example of the miracle of life in a capsule. Because of her disease and illnesses, all gone, all repaired.
Really surprised because she didn't have a kneecap before, and now the bones beginning to grow.
This is the extent of how laminine can repair. She had multiple problems. She had fibrosis of her lungs, she had a cyst, she had cirrhosis, she was bleeding, and on top of her thalassemia, which had been, although not so active, but she was chronically anemic, and yet all of these resolved with after she started taking laminine. And this just tells you that really the number one repair molecule in the body come from proteins, which that is what laminine is capable of doing. You have the amino acids which can form the different kinds of protein in your body, including making collagen, which can form a new kneecap.
Wow. Wow.
Really? So, Doktora, marami po bang market na merong 22 amino acid?
Well, yan ang sikreto why we have to eat different kinds of food kasi you don't get all the amino acids in one type of food. And alam mo, ang daming genetic diseases of which thalassemia is a genetic disease. Just missing one amino acid, may genetic disease ka na because you cannot form certain genes and certain proteins. So if you supply the complete set of amino acids, that's it. Just is an example of how you can repair. Essential really is not produced by the body. Kaya it has to come from an outside source. Yun ang mahirap. And ang dami mo kailangan kainin ng pagkain to get the whole complete set, you know?
Tama.
You're just thinking, 22 amino acids, how many different kinds of food do we have to eat?
Tama.
Ito, Doktora, sa laminine, nandun na ho lahat.
Nandyan na lahat.
So, yun ang nakatulong kay Migs. Dahil talagang parang pinakyaw na ni Migs yung lahat ng sakit sa labi. You know, kumbaga sa ano, parang siyang pinanganak, parang patunayan sa mundo na ang laminine magaling.
But you know, I think the secret of laminine pa rin. Because sabihin ng mga iba, kumain lang tayo ng amino acids, iba-iba. There are products with different amino acids. Still, the main secret is a fibroblast growth factor.
Yes.
To tell those amino acids what to make. Kasi they have made studies that even if you supply the different amino acids, you still do not make the things that you want to do. Prepare in the body.
So, kahit po
wala kang direndo eh.
oo, parang ang ano niyan, parang kang may pelikula, yung 22 amino acid, yung mga artista yun. Pero pagka walang fibroblast growth factor, walang director na magsasabi, o Susan, huwag ka muna magsasalita.
Where does laminine come from?
But laminine is from a 9-day-old avian egg with a combination of marine protein and plant-based protein. It is actually the most complete superfood that is available in the market today. It's been around since 1929. It was discovered by Dr. John Davidson. And what he did is he took an extract from a fertilized avian egg on its highest day of its incubation, which is the 9th day. Bakit yung ika-9th day? Because according to research, it's exactly on the 9th day when all factors necessary to create life are at its highest level. Hindi po tayo adult stem cell. Ang kinuha po dito is the proto-embryonic stage extract before life began. The life essence of an avian egg.
Dr. Fruto, how part of the egg is being...
There's 4 layers in an egg. The shell, the white thin membrane, the white of the egg, and then the egg yolk. It is actually the white thin membrane that is the laminine or the pese of the avian egg. Yun po yung naiiwan pagka naglalaga kayo ng itlog pag binalatan ninyo. On this case, it is all liquid. An avian egg on the 9th day is all liquid. So it will take a very special extraction process for us to be able to extract that white thin membrane because the egg is all liquid. And yun yung na-perfect ni Dr. Davidson, and then it was enhanced by the team of Dr. Jodney Escalan, Dr. Neil Christian Mortensen, and Dr. Alex Martin.
So, ano ang symptoms nun pagka mayroong kang thalassemia?
It is going to be like a from mild to severe anemia. That is where it starts.
Is that life-threatening, Doctor?
It is life-threatening.
Paano naman natunaw yung mga sis?
Our body is capable of healing, pero it cannot do it all the time. And you have an immune system that can attack mga normal cells of the body, like the way they would attack cancer cells. And so if you have a cyst, you also have parts of your body that can start doing the repair.
So means say, doctor, if you don't eat the right stuff, the amino acids are never complete. But
Yes.
what laminine does is one capsule of that, it completes the amino acids in your body. Is that correct?
Yung main illness ni Migs, thalassemia, is that the main reason why nagkaroon siya ng iba-iba ng sakit from there?
Yeah po, I suspect that is the primary cause of all the sickness because the problem is on the DNA and the RNA structure. So may kakulangan kaya yung nagkaroon ng complications sa iba't ibang organs and then nag-worsen. So ang nangyari, napaliwala na ngayon thalassemia, naging main issue na is yung mga cysts niya, yung sa liver cirrhosis, and the lung problem.
Dr. Ausya, ako mismo, meron akong mass dito sa lower right chest ko, no? And nawala yun, natunaw. Paano yun?
Well, I think yan ang part of the medicine, of integrative medicine na tinatawag natin, nutritional therapy. And also, if you have the proper nutrients, you boost your immune system, no? Pag boost mo yung immune system, yan ang nag-a-attack ng mga tumors, ng mga cysts, no? And nawawala yung mga masses.
We have Mr. Leon Paz, the president of Forever Rich Incorporated. Leon, could you please give the televiewers your opinion, your advice about laminine?
What's really interesting is very helpful to hear and know what the doctors have to say about all of this. I've been listening and listening for over a year, and I keep learning more about this incredible product. We get hundreds and hundreds of calls a week from people who are listening to the show via live. Just like the other day, there was a lady who brought her 12-year-old son into the office. For 2 years was having seizures, like 4 or 5 seizures every single day. And what the doctors were wanting to do were drill a hole in his brain to do an exploratory to figure out what to do. They said, well, if we don't find anything, what we'll do is we'll go in through the spine and look there. So instead, they were lucky to talk to another doctor that I know. And this gentleman said, well, let's try something before you do that. The mother listened and said, well, let's try. We have nothing to lose. And what's amazing is that I was introduced to this boy who, I think 45 days after he met with you, right? And his hand, I'm told, was frozen. He couldn't move his hand. He'd have 4 seizures a day. After starting 40 or so days, not a single seizure. Am I right?
Tell me about the diagnostic tests that are going on. Tell me where
It's gonna be here at the office, 1504 Galleria Corporate Center here in Ortigas.
Sabihin niyo lang po na napanood niyo sa Be Alive at mayroon po kayo makukuhang free voucher for 1 na free. Yun po yung test na malalaman niyo lahat in 1 minute from head to toe kung ano po ang deficiencies sa katawan ninyo. And very, very interesting. Salamat po sa inyong na nanonood. Gusto ko lang pong ipaalala sa inyo na this program is not intended to sell or offer medical advice. Ngunit sa pamamagitan ng programa po natin, we are very happy to share na meron pong alternatibo na paraan para po tayo matulungan natin ang ating kalusugan, ang ating katawan. Patulad ng sabi ni Dr. Austria na we have our own healing system.
And when we get back, we'll give you a live and cancer-free mix. We'll be back.